as a bodhisattva, dwells for even one single day only in mental activities connected with perfection of wisdom. For, as one goes on dwelling day and night in these mental activities, one is more and more worthy of the bestowal of sacrificial gifts to any and all beings. Few beings whatsoever have minds and intentions so full of friendliness as these and, except for Buddhas, the Lords, and Tathagatas of course, are matchless, without any likeness, endowed with unthinkable dharmas. So, how do these sons or daughters of good family at first aspire to such merit? Such ones are endowed with a kind of wise, or exceedingly natural, insight which allows one to view any and all beings as on their way to being slaughtered. This being as it is, great compassion on all occasions take hold of such as these. We survey countless beings with this heavenly eye, and what we see fills us with great agitation. So many beings carry this burden of karma which lead to immediate retribution in hells. Others acquire unfortunate rebirths which keeps these away from the Buddha and their own revelations of Buddha nature and these teachings. Still others are doomed to be killed, or are enveloped in a net of false views, or fail to find this path, while again others which gain fortunate rebirths lose it again, and yet again. So, one attends to these with a thought, I shall become a savior to all these beings, I seek release for these from all suffering. But one makes neither this, nor anything else, into a sign to which one is partial. This also is this light of a bodhisattva's natural wisdom, this same light by which one cognizes and reveals full enlightenment. Bodhisattvas which dwell in these dwellings are worthy of the gifts from the worlds which these inhabit, and do not turn back upon recognition of full enlightenment. These purify gifts and offerings of any and all which accord to these the requisites of life, when their thoughts are well directed toward perfect wisdom, as these are near to all knowledge. So here a bodhisattva dwells in mental work accorded to perfect wisdom, as one does not consume one's alms fruitlessly, as one points out the path to any and all beings, sheds light over a limitless range, is able to set free from birth and death any and all beings who subject themselves to these ones and apply themselves attentively, and is able to cleanse the organs and faculties of perception and vision of all beings. As one dwells in mental activities directed towards these goals, one brings to mind and maintains mental activities which accord with perfection of wisdom. As one decides to bring these to mind, one's mind works welfare for any and all beings. But as well, one gives no room to other mental activities, such as lack in perfect wisdom. As one so accords as the mental work, which is essentially loving concern for beings, impels one thusly, one spends days and nights in mental activities which accord with perfection of wisdom. Suppose a man, well versed in jewelry and the different varieties of jewels, newly acquires a very precious gem. This makes him very glad and elated. As he again lost this precious gem, he is most sad and distressed. Constantly and always mental activities associated with this jewel proceed in him, and he regrets being parted from it. He does not forget it, until he either regains this gem, or another one of like quality and kind. Just so a bodhisattva who again loses sight of the precious jewel of perfect wisdom, with a clear perception of this preciousness of perfect wisdom, and convinced one is not definitely parted from it, one does, with a thought not lacking in mental work on perfect wisdom, and which is directed to the state of all knowledge, search about everywhere until one regains this sutra, or gains an equivalent one. All this time this is one which is not lacking in mental activities which accord with the recognition of the precious jewel of perfection of wisdom, and such a one is not lacking in mental activities which accord with recognition of this great jewel of all knowledge. Subhoodie. But, since the Lord teaches all dharmas and all mental activities are lacking in own being and empty, how can a bodhisattva now be as one not lacking in mental activities which accord with perfect wisdom, or with all knowledge? The Lord, as the mind of a bodhisattva works on this fact that all dharmas are through their own being isolated and empty, and agrees this is so, now such a one is one not lacking in mental activities which accord with perfect wisdom and with all knowledge. As perfect wisdom is empty, such neither increases nor decreases. Emptiness and growth in enlightenment. Subhoodie. So, how can a bodhisattva cognize, with no increase in perfect wisdom, full attainment of enlightenment? How can one know full enlightenment? The Lord, in actual fact a bodhisattva which courses in perfect wisdom neither increases or decreases. Just as perfect wisdom is empty, without increase or decrease, just so also a bodhisattva is empty, without increase or decrease. It is this fact, i.e., just as perfect wisdom is empty, without increase or decrease, a bodhisattva arrives at cognition of enlightenment, and thus is full enlightenment revealed. As a bodhisattva is taught, and is not afraid, does not lose heart, this one is known as a bodhisattva who courses in perfect wisdom. Subhuti, does now perfect wisdom course in perfect wisdom? The Lord, no, Subhuti. Subhuti, does emptiness of perfect wisdom course in perfect wisdom? The Lord, no, Subhuti. Subhuti, can one now apprehend outside any emptiness of perfect wisdom, any dharma which courses in perfect wisdom? The Lord, no, Subhuti. Subhuti, does emptiness course in perfect wisdom? The Lord, no, Subhuti. Subhuti, can one apprehend in emptiness any dharma which courses in perfect wisdom? The Lord, no, Subhuti. Subhuti, does emptiness course in emptiness? The Lord, no, Subhuti. Subhuti, does form, etc., course in perfect wisdom? The Lord, no, Subhuti. Subhuti, can one apprehend outside form, etc., any dharma which courses in perfect wisdom? The Lord, no, Subhuti. Subhuti, so, O Lord, how does a bodhisattva course in perfect wisdom? The Lord, do you now, Subhuti, see any real dharma which courses in perfect wisdom? Subhuti, no, Lord. The Lord, do you see perfect wisdom in which the bodhisattva courses, as a real thing? Subhuti, no, Lord. The Lord, do you see as real any dharma which offers no basis for apprehension? Is this dharma by any chance produced, or can this be produced, or is this being produced, is this stopped? Can this be stopped or is this being stopped? Subhuti, no, Lord. The Lord, this insight gives any bodhisattva patience in regards to dharmas which fail to be produced. As one is endowed with this, one is sure to reveal full enlightenment. One is bound to progress towards self-confidence of a Tathagata. This is quite impossible for a bodhisattva, which courses, strives and struggles in this way, and progresses in this direction, to not reach this supreme cognition of a Buddha, the cognition of the all-knowing, the cognition of a great caravan leader. Subhuti, can this true nature of all dharmas, which consists in the fact that these fail to be produced, can this be predestined to full enlightenment? The Lord, no, Subhuti. Subhuti, how in this case does the prediction of this dharma to full enlightenment take place? The Lord, do you see as real this dharma which has a prediction to full enlightenment? Subhuti, no, Lord. I do not see any real dharma which is at any time predestined to full enlightenment. Nor do I see any real dharma which is known by the enlightened, which can be known to these, or by means of which these can even reveal full knowledge. It is such as any and all dharmas cannot be apprehended, that this does not occur to me to think, this dharma is known to the enlightened, this dharma can be known to such as these, by means of this dharma these recognize full knowledge. End chapter 22.